agitated, hitting cars, and then we saw him throwing his watch and his gloves down. You described this a little while ago, that he took his watch off, his glove, and just throws them on the ground, right? You can see how upset he is, and just his whole attitude, everything he's done just tells you that this guy's really unhappy about something. And clearly they've seen this, they've studied him, they've watched him, and hopefully they have a better handle on just what kind of person they're dealing with in this pursuit. But as you pointed out, very difficult. There's not a whole lot you can do. There's very few ways that they can really try to stop him. They can't really do a pit maneuver. And now we saw that they have some motorcycle units right there behind him, and hopefully that will give them the upper handle on this whole situation.
So they started off as
definitely.
They started off as trying to stop this motorcyclist for speed. Obviously, he did not stop, and Officer Ming Shu with the CHP told us that there's no plate visible on this motorcycle, so they have not been able to see who it's registered to and make contact with anyone. They don't know if the stolen motorcycle or the person that it's registered to is the driver himself. But this has been going on starting in Rancho Cucamonga. Here we are now in Burbank. And hopefully he'll just have to stop when he runs out of gas, because he's traveled for some distance now. But there he is now, able to weave in and out of traffic now that there's heavier traffic, but you've got those CHP motorcycle units right behind him.
Yeah, and this is...
Exit there for a moment. He went through that intersection and then went right back on the freeway. It was a kind of a dangerous move there, passing a car on the right-hand side. He is northbound 170 at this point, coming up to Chandler
you think it
Boulevard.
feels good on
here,
his hand?
Still northbound on that 170 freeway.
Was he waving?
Dangerous move there as he proceeded off the off-ramp there. Now he's looking at him. He's looking at his hand like he's in pain. That move must have caused him some pain there, going through, probably having to brake. You know, he had to slow down a bit there. Maybe squeezing that wrist was painful for him. But again, a very sketchy move there as he exited the freeway last minute and then jumping right back on the freeway. You can see him, definitely he's got some pain. Look at him switching his hand here. Switching hands. He's now throttling with his left hand.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, he may be having trouble with both hands at this point.
Oh, my
But
goodness.
look at him. He's very, very agitated at this point. Very dangerous for this driver. Left-handed, crossing his arms there, pulling on that throttle, but continuing to drive. And look at that. I mean, now he's switching back over to a normal position with his hands. But, you know, very dangerous situation for this driver, this motorcycle. He's definitely in some pain. And, you know, it just boggles the mind why he wouldn't just pull over and give it up.
Yeah, and you can easily understand how at that rate of speed, by reaching out and even putting his hand in the way of another car as he's passing, allowing the other car to smack him in the hand and in the wrist, that he could have broken a bone. He could have broken several bones. He looks like he's having a really rough time just handling the bike down there, Gil.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's definitely in some pain, serious pain here. But he continues on. You know, look at him. I mean, I mean, maybe he's playing this up for us. I don't know. But certainly when he hit that vehicle with his left hand, it definitely broke his watch. So you can imagine at the speeds he was traveling at the time, about 80 miles an hour, hitting someone's mirror like that, or the vehicle at the very least,
He almost
is
looks
going
like
to do
he's
some
crying.
major damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you
he's
gotta wonder.
bowing down his head.
You got to wonder. I mean, like you said, this could be simply some drama, you know, created by someone who knows that he's being followed and wants to play it up. But it also could easily be someone who is in a great deal of pain. You know, sometimes when you injure yourself, it doesn't really kick in. The shock at first kind of masks the pain, and then after a while, you really begin to feel it. And that might be... It could well be what we're seeing right now. He could have easily injured himself very seriously.
Oh, this is very dangerous here. You know, he's picked up speed here really fast. He's approaching traffic on the 170 coming up to Roscoe. The traffic is always heavy here. There's a new bridge that they built here, commuter lanes here to get on that 5 freeway. We can see out the window that the traffic is backed up. You can see him passing cars. He's starting to slow down, shaking his wrist there, but very dangerous. Approaching the traffic, he speeds up. You know, it really speaks to this guy's mental status. I mean, thinking about you know, just the cars changing lanes. Look at that, real close to that motorcycle, almost hit it. Almost hit that fellow motorcyclist there. You know, the question is, how can he control this motorcycle any further in all this pain?
Yeah, Gil, thank you. Let's go to the phone right now. We have Officer Vince Ramirez with the CHP. And Officer Ramirez, can you tell us, you've got some motorcycle units behind this guy, right?
That is correct. It looks like we have a couple of motorcycle units behind this vehicle. Again, you know, each of these pursuits is different. In this situation, obviously, being a motorcycle being a little more agile and able to maneuver between vehicles. So, you know, looks like he's running out of real estate here. But,
Officer Ramirez, I'm so sorry to cut you off, but we're going to go back up to our Gil Lavis and Sky 9 to tell us exactly where this guy is right now. He obviously went off the freeway into a construction zone of some sort. Where does this lead him, Gil?
That's right. This is right at the 170 and the 5 freeway, the construction area. There he's down. He's down on the ground. He's given it up here. He didn't have anywhere to go at this point. The 5 freeway is just in front of him. And you can see he's just in agony there. But he went off into the construction area on that 170. There's officers with the guns drawn, both motor officers there with the gun drawn. They're talking to him at this point. They're seeing if he's going to resist or not, but he's not moving. And there he's not complying with the officers. They want him to lay down, lay flat, and that's what he's done now. They've had to make him get into that position because he's not responding. There they go. The officer's doing a great job here, putting the cuffs on him. But this pursuit is over in a very dangerous spot. This motorcyclist had nowhere to go as he got into that construction zone right there in the midst of the 170 and the 5 interchange here near Pacoima.
Wow. Yeah, he's not resisting.
The suspect is now in custody.
He's not resisting now at all, and this is one of the few